Thank you, Father Bishop. Innocent Enwe, Department of Philosophy, University of Nigeria, Nsukka. He's my Father Bishop, so I am his son also. Yes, I'm excited coming out because I feel personally happy today with this conference because I've listened finally to two great minds, if you like. The first was Father Gwejofo. We were listening to him by the time you came, and the hall wasn't quite, so we felt it is good we allow you some, and thanks to the executives, they were able to organize that. And now we have just listened to Father Bishop. When Father Gwejofo addressed us, I would say, from my own understanding, his paper was a reorientation of philosophy for Africans. And quite challenging. Even those who raised questions, I beg to differ with some of them because there were really no questions. They were just giving their own views, which were not contradictory to these views. But they could run parallel, but not contradictory. So in that case, they could just be adapted, if you like. So if we really understand what Obi was telling us. Now you have addressed us, and as I was listening to you, I saw the same line of thought. The final word for Obi use is, he calls it transvaluation of African philosophy. When you talked of, made allusion to Socrates, that's where I'm now linking you to be, and then, we see two of you saying the same thing in terms of what philosophy can do for us. Now, my only question is when it comes to politics. There are other sides, but by way of, I don't know whether it's, question actually, so that you clarify. And that is when you talked of cross-carpeting, let me put it that way. That should be the technical word for it. The politicians leaving one party to another party. This question is important to me because I'm obedient, actually. So I'm speaking with prejudice. Okay? I'm speaking with prejudice, okay? Yes, and you believe in prejudice in any case. You have always advocated that. In this case, I'm speaking with prejudice. Okay, so the point is this. I have this feeling that the way you presented it, that is the idea of, I call it denigrating the concept of cross-carpeting. I have that impression. So if you tell us, for instance, that when it is a fact, what you are saying, but the problem with me is the interpretation of the fact. The idea of moving from one party, which politicians do, that is a fact that they do that. And what you said is also arguably so, that they move from one party to another party to get a platform to remain in power, and then so on and so forth. That's a good summary, but my problem there is that it does not take into consideration the possibility that somebody leaves the party because of injustice, okay, and then he feels within himself that there's something to give, and then injustice to get it, and then that's the real injustice, and then he moves out of the party as a platform, like you call it, to do things better. That's just my problem. So,
one by one. It's okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. Correct. Father Enwe, you are correct. An interpretation of my statement could mean that. But my emphasis is that the mere change of party is not the solution to the problem, but change of thought pattern and orientation. That's just what I mean. One is justified in thinking that this party has betrayed the ideals for which I joined it, and then leaves that party to another. But we have seen how these movements are going. Somebody who is accused of embezzling public funds as a governor and is pursued by the finance agency and the chairman of a ruling party tells him, only change party and your sins will be forgiven. And he does that actually. The case is withdrawn from EFCC and he's made a federal minister. And that is the point. So such acts overshadow all the other intentions that may be on the ground for the smaller persons. Just like all those who move from the Catholic Church to another church in search of miracles and solution to their individual problems, the day they don't get it in any of those churches, they will go back to the dibia in Enugu. So their problem is not with the content of Christianity, but with what they want out of Christianity. So that's just the point I'm making.